Alright guys, part 2. We have another boat. What the heck? So I found this on a marketplace. $300. Trailer, boat, motor. Motor's probably cooked obviously, but yeah, I only really want it for the trailer, so I'll probably end up relisting that boat and the motor, get rid of it and just keep the trailer, modify that. She needs a bit of work obviously, most trailers do that are old. It's been repaired before. Rusty, holes. Designed to suit a V-hole, but we're going to put a flat on it. So it's got a spare axle with crown nuts, spare springs, spring hangers, jockey wheel, anchor, oars. Oars are cooked. Alrighty, so I didn't film much of this. Actually, I didn't film any of it. Went full demolition mode. Went through, cut all the rusty bolts that I couldn't actually get undone. Took it into work. Got one of the fabricators there to fix it because I wouldn't have been able to weld it structurally enough. So replaced that piece because they were all fucked. Rusted through. Drawbars sitting over here. Nothing wrong with it, just going to clean it up and paint it. I've got all the parts laid out up here on the bench. Spare axle, spare springs, so those springs and that axle I'm going to clean the rust off and get done up. Yeah, all the spring hangers and whatnot. So for now I'm just going to work on that frame outside, clean it and paint it before it goes rusty on those new joins that we put in. She's already a hot dip trailer, so all I'm trying to do is clean the dirt and whatnot off it so I can paint it. Septone, hammer, and grey, metallic charcoal, sorry. Alright guys, motivational levels have been quite low on this trailer. Once I started pulling it all apart, I haven't filmed much of the pulling it apart, I was just cutting it apart, but a lot of the stuff's a lot worse than I thought it was. So that axle's definitely had collapsed bearings before, both stub shafts are no good, big gouges out of them. This one here is a little bit pitted from rust and too short. So I'm going to take it to work, cut it in half, extend it. Don't know whether that's legit or not. Majority of this stuff up here is beyond using. The amount of rust, I wasn't going to use any of this shit anyway. The only stuff I am using is maybe that, minus the bolts in the center. I'm debating whether I spend the time and effort to make these good again. You can buy a brand new set of them for $28. Like, if I spend 2 hours fucking around with them compared to $28, do the maths, it ain't worth it. Yeah, alright, next thing I'm going to work on is the drawbar. Keep pulling that apart and clean it and paint it. I'm going to replace the tow hitch, move the jockey wheel. I'm going to replace the wire rope on the winch. I need to take the roller off the front of that winch and put something that's going to suit the front of that. A bit of angle or something maybe. I've got an eye bolt to put in the front of the boat attach the winch to. Big stainless steel eye bolt. A couple of bolts and whatnot to bolt the springs and the hangers back on with. I've ripped we'll call them hubcaps, but they're not hubcaps, they were just grease caps off the wheels. Got the bearings out of the wheels. So I'm going to try and hit them with the pressure washer, see if I can clean them up a bit. If they clean up, I'll paint them. If not, might jump on Marketplace, see if I can find some wheels. But for now, I'm not going to replace them. I'm just going to put them on and run them as is. The wheels can come later. Pretty much all I want to do is get it respectable looking and see if I can get some rego on it. Tell you what, if the weather wasn't rainy and shit today, I'd be fishing instead of doing this. I don't really have the appropriate tools for this sort of stuff either, because I don't do it. The only spanners I got are from when I used to ride BMX. Just the things that fit the axles and shit like that, and that's it. That ain't happening. So I got all those parts apart, just taking them outside to wire brush them and sand them ready for paint. Bit of a storm coming. I heard a rumble, so I come out to have a look, then check the weather app, and yeah, it's a pretty big storm. So I don't think I'll paint just yet. I'll start sanding, but I won't paint. The rain will wreck them. If the storm does come, I'll start working on these. So those springs, 120 grit flapper disc, literally just ripped them, I fucking can't see from that side, ripped them down to bare metal the best I could, then hit them with a wire brush in between the gaps, and absolutely fucking soaked them. Black cold gal. That was a pretty quick job, 45 minutes. Absolutely filthy though. Spring's good, spring hanger's good, frame outside on the ground's good, drawbar all painted, winch down there all painted. Try and clean these rims up. I know I might be able to sweet talk the powder coaters, get them to throw them in with one of my minimum charge jobs at work. Alright, so I spoke to my tyre guy, showed him a picture of the rims. He said as long as you can clean them up, get them nice looking, it should be fine. He goes, but if there's any corrosion on the inside, he's not going to fit a tyre to it. Look at that. That thing's fucked. Literally, like, some of them actually go through, which is obviously the reason why this one had a tube in it. So I chose the worst one first, obviously. I'm not going to waste my time getting that other one off. Looks like I'm up for new wheels. Alright, so now what? That was my whole plan for today, was to clean those rims, get them ready to go to the tyre shop tomorrow. So maybe I'll get the frame in and just partially assemble that so I can get some measurements for this axle. Can't remember where I got up to in the last video, but I had to bite the bullet. Went and bought some rims. Well, I got the wife to go and buy them, but got some rims, bearings and whatnot. But it sort of worked in my favour because that other galvanised axle that was too short fits them perfect. So I sort of lost in a way, but gained in another. Got lucky. So yeah, I just got the axles just outside there. I painted it. Just waiting for that to dry, then I'm going to throw it in. Yeah, these things are going to look good, I reckon. Better than those little fucking silver ones. So I've skipped ahead a few steps. So I've temporarily mounted the winch, bolted on, got a Dyneema 500 kilo winch rope. That boat doesn't weigh 500, like 2 people can pick that up. Bolted on the new tow coupling. Everything's bolted together. Wheels are on, wheels are greased, wheels are tensioned correctly. Next step is the actual bunks. Bought 2 bits of aluminium instead of going timber. So she's a 3mm wall, 50 by 50. Hoping it's strong enough, like it's pretty freaking rigid. I can't warp it, and it's going to have 8 fixture points on it. And I bought some of this blue, what do they call it? Ultraline or something. Slippery as shit. Yeah. First things first, I'm going to tidy up because pretty much every single tool I own's sitting on the bench. All the old rusty shit I'm going to throw in the bin. I'll do that first and we'll start getting back into it. Alright, didn't film tidying up, but we're reasonably tidy. So I've worked out a few measurements of where this aluminium needs to go. Contemplating how I'm going to do this, but to give it some sort of little ramp angle, I'm going to cut a notch, bend it, and then put some plates on it to strengthen it and rivet it back together. So that's the next step, and then we're going to go through and make some brackets to mount it. So I don't know whether you guys noticed, but I'm a big fan of templating stuff out first on the cardboard. Don't know, I'll dangle that off the back and see how it looks. So that's like that. I don't want to go too sharp of an angle because then the plastic won't bend around it nicely. I think that'll be enough. Obviously not cutting all the way through. Gonna leave that piece at the top. Alright, I'm gonna cut that on the bend so it's gonna be loud. Won't bring you along. I might have to get the hope that doesn't crack when I bend it. There's a potential it will. Might have to get a shifter onto it to bend it. So I'll cut out 4 of them to brace the sides off. Alright, one thing I didn't think about. I used all the rivets. I've got no rivets left. The hardware shop's already shut for today. Plus these are going to be getting painted, so I'm going to use galvanised wafer heads. If anyone's judging me on how shit that looks, I don't care. It's doing what it needs to do. Alright, so we skip forward a little bit here. I had some visitors pop over yesterday, so I was not filming, but kept working. So last you seen, I was putting these plates on, getting that angle on. All I done was sanded them, painted them black. I've made up a few of these angles, just little angle brackets to mount them. Yeah, literally on purpose tried to keep this as low as possible. So when the boat's on the trailer, it's going to be sitting down below the wheel arch level. We're getting there. So I'm going to heat that up with a blow dryer and bend it down and screw it off. Boat and trailer have officially mated. I wonder what their babies will look like. Fucking need to sit down for a minute after that. Holy moly. Alright, so I think the last you guys seen, I was putting the trailer and the boat together. Sort of got in a bit of a time crunch and needed to get it registered before the weekend, so I went full off camera mode and done the wiring. It's dodgy as shit. I'm going to change that eventually. All the reflectors and whatnot on it, number plate, lights. She's all done, registered, ready to go. So I don't have the finances currently to replace this dodgy ass fucking wire. I'm going to run it and see if it gets hot. I'm not taking much with me. I'm not going fishing today. I just want to put it in the water and see how she goes. So that motor, that battery, I've got my kayak battery and my kayak motor just in case. Also threw a paddle in, so I don't 100% trust that motor just yet. Yeah, let's hook her up and get out the dam. One thing I did come across when I was coming back from Rego, I can't see this trailer behind my car when I'm reversing. So I've screwed in two little conduit fittings here either side. I've got a piece of bright orange electrical conduit that sticks up like that tall. Hopefully that's good enough that I can see it going down the boat ramp. 50 centimetre, first fish on the new boat. How good is that? See, bud. Alright guys, here we are. Boat in the water. Don't worry about the poo stance. So far she's working out epic. I had to duck around the corner to get out of the wind. She's quite windy today. Did get one big fish. Pretty stoked about that, a 50 centimetre. Yeah. In this calm water it's real nice, but in that chop it's not real pleasant. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll get back to our normal lure building routine. At least now we've got the kayak and the boat to come out and test them with. Alright, cheers guys, thanks for watching. Fucking motor stopped working, guys.